What's up, guys? It's James with This Week in Airsoft, back again. And today I've got a very, very special treat for you. One of the other lovely ladies of Airsoft who's out there doing her thing, kicking ass and taking names, Leah, the Airsoft Unicorn. What's going on, Leah?
Hey, it's going. Getting
I
ready for SHOT Show. It's exciting.
I bet it is. You guys are probably really pumped up. Are you guys flying out or driving out?
Driving because it's only like 2.5 hours from here.
Oh, lucky
So,
dogs.
yeah.
Lucky dogs. Very cool, very cool. You guys have a packed week of like stopping to see this one and that one?
Yes. That's actually right now is what we're doing is finalizing the schedule for the week.
Nice, nice, nice. People think, SHOT Show is just like, oh, go there and wander around, but really it's like, we gotta make it to this guy's booth at this time, and we gotta catch them, and we gotta go to media day, and we gotta go to this person, and we gotta
Yeah.
we got this party to go to, but it's really actually work because then you gotta sit down and listen to them ramble for like 3 hours about whatever. Yeah, it's a lot of
Right.
fun, but
Right.
very busy. Okay, well, I'm not gonna hold you up too long. I really appreciate you coming on. Uh,
Oh,
so
here.
first things first, because this is the question. Everybody's like, are they? Aren't they? We know. I've seen the videos. It's old news. I told you I wasn't going to talk about it. I'm just going to bring it up once to get it out. You and Jett are dating.
Yes, we are dating.
Right.
We live together. It's
Absolutely.
we're in. So we're dating. We're an item,
All right.
everyone.
There we
Yes.
go. It's out. It's been out for a very long time. If you don't know, just crawl back into that hole that you're in, okay? Because obviously, whenever that whole like, are you guys dating thing comes up, it's like to me, I'm like, is Airsoft really full of like all these like little girls who are like, oh, are they dating? Oh my God, you
Well,
know?
we did keep it secret for a long time, so I get why people are still like, "Oh, are they? Aren't they?" But at the same time, like, I feel like it's obvious since we're everywhere together now,
Yeah.
but maybe not. Like, we shouldn't expect people to like know our every move, and I'm kind of glad that they don't. So,
Well, yeah, but
yeah,
it's I'm glad there's some Airsoft love going on, and it gives the rest of us hope, you
yeah,
know. So
it's
that's good.
possible.
Possible. It's possible. It does happen. All right. So you work with Spartan Imports. Matter of fact,
Yes.
I met you last year at SHOT Show, you were working with Spartan.
Mhm.
You're not with them anymore. Now you're independent,
Yes.
solo, running, doing whatever you want.
Mhm.
Okay, I love that. I'm solo, and where there is solo, there is poverty, but there also is the
Yes.
ability to kind of say and do whatever you want about
Exactly.
and like whatever products you like. So that's really
Mhm.
awesome. Um, what are the well, before we get into what you're going to do, let's talk about last year. Last year, you did a lot more with your YouTube page. You've been talking about you've been doing your local stuff. Tell us a little bit about YouTube and the local program you're working. Well, you're not really. It's not a program. It's your thing that you're doing.
Mhm. So this past year has basically just been. I started my YouTube channel as a way. I was working for Spartan Imports at the time, and I wanted a really easy way to get quick information to retailers because they don't have a lot of time. So anytime we had a new product, I could just film a quick video, send them a link, and then that way they would have some knowledge about the product. I made the YouTube channel. It was something that I was honestly just filming on my phone because I didn't really care about the quality as much because I was just trying to get it to certain people. And then I made it public just so that way if anyone else was curious that they could see, but I didn't mean for it to totally blow up. Turns out a bunch of people started following me and it did blow up. And so then I started taking YouTube a lot more seriously, upgraded some equipment. Now I have nicer camera equipment and decided to start pumping out content on a regular basis. And it kind of went from there. I started taking it super seriously, I would say, probably in July. At that time, I had about 2,000 subscribers. Or I was just hitting 2,000 subscribers, and now I'm at almost 12. So it's grown pretty well in the past 6 months.
Jesus,
Hopefully, I
yeah.
can pump it up some more.
Well, no, that you're doing great and you got good content, and you come out with videos pretty regularly. It looks like every maybe 2 or 3 a week, something like that on
Yeah,
average. Yeah.
I
So
average 2 to 3 a week.
Yeah, so you're doing a lot. And plus you're there with the Mister. He's back there folding his underwear right now. Um,
Oh
but
no, he's looking at camera equipment.
okay.
You can see right there.
But yeah, he's always filming. So you guys
Uh-huh.
are you've got you're with the right person to always get out to the range and stuff. That's really nice.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so let's talk about uh you went on Facebook and you put out a video talking about shopping local, okay, and how
Mhm.
that was one of your important things.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us a little bit why it's so important in general, and just reinforce it for our viewers.
Okay. So honestly, where the shop local thing started is when I was working at Spartan Imports. My primary accounts were all small dealers. I didn't deal with any of the larger accounts. So I decided to, and I saw how important that was, and they don't get as much support as they need. I would hear it every day talking to them because they would be frustrated about a kid will come in here, I will give them a lot of help, and then they'll be like, okay, thanks, and then they'll go buy it online, which totally is not fair to the retailer at all. They're putting a lot of time and effort into helping you and helping grow the sport, and then you just go buy it online. So when I decided to branch out and become independent, I wanted to continue that and only work with the smaller shops. So there is what we consider like a big three or big four in Airsoft. That would be Evic, Airsplats, GI, and Airsoft Megastore. Um, I decided instead of working directly with those stores, I would rather work with all of the smaller shops because the thing that I believe about Airsoft is that if we all come together and work together, we can really build the sport and we can grow the community. So that's basically what I'm trying to do is I want to work with all of the smaller shops, highlight why they're special because a lot of them do have certain specialties that they cater to in our airsoft industry that no one knows about. For instance, Airsoft Barracks makes some sweet custom guns. I'm sure some people have seen their guns that they
Right.
make online. And so I want to start showcasing more of what these smaller shops can do and how working with them will help grow our community in general. They have a much better connection with the player base because the actual shop owners are in there talking to the players every day, so they know what the players are wanting. They can give feedback to the manufacturers, and it's more so it's much more intimate. So they know on a level what the airsofters really want. It's not just a buyer that may or may not know what's going on in the industry just purchasing whatever someone is telling them the new hotness is. It's that those airsoft retailers, those local shops are really catering to our local players. And so I want to us to keep building that up because honestly that's the biggest thing is they took all of there's someone that was really passionate about this sport or this hobby and they invested their entire life into it, their entire life savings into it, just so that they could make it better for you. And so I think it's important that we support those people because they have their life on the line, basically, trying to
Right.
make our hobby cool.
Right. Right. No. No. Yeah. I completely. Yeah. You're absolutely right about that. Our local store. I think he dealt with you when you were at Spartan. Matt from East Coast Airsoft.
Okay.
And I remember back in the day, he used to tell me, he's like, "Oh man, yeah, the map pricing is killing me, and people are just this, that, and the other thing." You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's definitely, and the thing is, the local store. That's where you go to play. You buy your little itty bitty I need it now things before the
Yep.
op. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, you've got to support those entities. I mean, I everything I get from the local store personally.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Because, and if something goes wrong, then they can fix it there for
yeah,
you. They can help you make a decision. You don't have to look at something online and be like, I wonder if this is going to work for me or not. You can actually go handle it in the store. And a lot of stores will even, if you're interested in a product, they'll buy it for you. And
oh
then
sure,
you can still get it in, and then you can test it out there. You don't have to buy it yourself before being like, oh, wait, maybe this isn't what I wanted. And then try to send it back and go through a jillion customer service
yeah.
circles.
Yeah, and then all the shenanigans that enter into when you're shipping something somewhere else to
Right.
for them to deal with it and RMAs and everything else. Yeah,
Oh
it's a
man,
pain in
I
the
hate
butt.
shipping stuff.
Yeah, no, me too. Me
I'm
too.
terrible about going to the post office.
Me too. I hate the post office. I just wish. Well, I won't say what I wish. It's probably illegal, but I hate it. You know, I
Want a
hate it
post office
altogether.
in my house. Then I
Yeah,
would ship stuff all the time.
perfect. Exactly. When I don't have to write anything or use any stamps, I just
Yeah.
drop it in a hole and it goes where it's supposed to
Yeah,
go.
don't
That'd
have to
be like
pack it, nothing.
perfect. Exactly. Okay, so I got a question for you here from our Facebook page,
Okay.
um, from John Chavez. How did you get involved with the industry?
Honestly, I got involved just by working for a distributor. I honestly didn't even know Airsoft was a thing until I lived in Northern California. I was looking for a job and I saw an ad online and I was like, "Oh, cool, guns. I could sell them. That'd be cool." And then so I went in and I interviewed and then they're like, "This is airsoft guns." And I was like, "Oh, these are a thing still," because the last I'd heard of them, they were like just, spring pistols. And then I saw how all of the detail that went into them and all the training, and then I started learning more about airsoft. And then I went to my first game, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is cool! You actually get to shoot people with guns." And so from there, I just gradually started playing. Initially, I played my first game because I was like, "I'm selling this. I need to know what this industry is like. I need to immerse myself in it." I played one game and I was like, "This is really cool." And then I started playing a little more and a little more, and then it got to the point to where I was playing every weekend, and I was like, "I actually enjoy doing this more than I enjoy my real job." And so
Awesome.
after I got to that point, I was just like, maybe I should try and just do airsoft all the time. And so now that's what I'm doing. I like,
So you're hooked.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Awesome.
it's fun. I
No,
actually was complaining this week because I have not played airsoft yet this week because we've been so busy getting ready for SHOT Show stuff.
right.
And I told Jett, I was like, "Can we please come play airsoft on Sunday? I need something to do."
Oh, that's awesome,
So,
man. That's
yeah.
awesome. It's I wish sometimes I wish I was in like SoCal or NorCal or just anywhere over there where the industry is, so I could be yeah, I could be closer to it. I mean, out here it's like you're in the desert, man. You're struggling. You're like
Yeah,
airsoft. You're like you can't get a breath. It's horrible.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool.
That's also why I moved to SoCal too, so I could be closer to everything. Because it's pretty big in Northern California, but SoCal is where the
it's
main
like the
bulk of
heart.
all the manufacturers and
Right.
retailers are as well.
Right.
And plus, there's a ton of fields, so you can play almost every day if you want.
Yeah. No. Exactly. It's like liquor stores in the hood.
Yeah.
All right, so here's another one here. People are stupid. Okay,
It's the
let's see.
internet. What a surprise.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Okay, so this one's from Mr. Thorne here. Uh, how much negativity have you faced from other players, and what's your most epic airsoft moment?
Um, I would say just like anyone else that is relatively in the spotlight, there is a lot of negativity.
Right.
I see it all the time. I just don't comment on it because I don't feel like that's not beneficial for our industry or for our sport. Um,
I see it, just to interrupt you really quickly. I see it too, and
yeah.
not from me, but aimed because I'm like nobody, but aimed at you guys.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, I'm nobody, but I'm connected enough to know a lot of you guys. Either I met you personally, or we talked on the phone, or over Skype, or whatever. So when I see some stuff, I'm just like, it really makes like it makes me angry, but I know you can't do that. You can't like say anything because people will be like, "Oh boy, it riles him up," you know. But I mean, I see some
Yeah.
stuff. There's Facebook pages and stuff. I'm like, what the, this is
Yeah.
craziness. You know what I mean? Like, I would go on a freaking killing spree. You know,
Well,
so
to me, what I explained to someone the other day was like, I totally get that like you just want to hate people. Like totally have a right to do that. Go ahead.
right,
But me personally, I don't say negative things about people that I haven't met or that I haven't been in that situation
right,
because you obviously don't know them.
right,
um, and it's hard to convey like who you are as a person across the internet with just Facebook posts. People don't really know you. So I try to be genuine with everything that I do, and I hope that that's conveyed. But like I said, just people have a right to hate. I get it. That's fine. They can do that. I don't care.
Right,
If that
right.
makes them like if that makes you feel good, then that makes you feel good. But that's not what makes me feel good. So I'm just going to try to encourage other people, or even if I see something that I don't agree with, I'm not always going to go outright and say like I don't agree with this and here's why blah blah blah. Like if I see something I don't agree with or I don't appreciate, I'm just going to try to find a way to do it in a positive manner that I think would promote the industry rather than going on a negative rant, because I just don't, to me, it doesn't really do a lot of good. Sometimes it does, but hardly ever does it do
No,
any
it's probably killing that kind of stuff is probably killing airsoft. Not it's
good.
not actively killing it, but that's the kind of stuff that could kill it.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
that negativity and our inability to join together, and
yeah.
you know, that kind of stuff is really
Yeah.
bad for the sport.
It's
Um,
honestly in every industry though. Like
yeah, it
any
is.
hobby you look at, there's people that like get butthurt over the littlest thing. So it's just part of it.
You're right about that. You're right. All right, so what was your most epic airsoft moment?
Hmm. Most epic airsoft moment. I'm still like honestly, I'm still very much a noob. I've been playing actively for about a year and a half. I would say my most epic moment didn't totally include just me. It included a group of people, and that's how I got super hooked on airsoft. It would be at American Milsim's Broken Home 3. It was the very end of the day, and there was a group, I was on the UFS side, and there was a group of us, we had been pinned down in this area, and we were trying to take over a cost mobile respawn. And people had been going in and out all day and just dying, coming back, going back to spawn. And we got a group of us together, and everybody was like, okay, we're going to do this. And there was a huge group of us, and everyone just charged in. It was raining at the time, and then people were throwing smoke.
That's
People were
awesome.
like screaming for medic. Like it was almost like you felt like you were really in the moment because there's medic, and then there's smoke everywhere, and we were able to charge and take over this whole cost platoon. And then as it was almost as soon as we took over their mobile respawn, the call for for index went out, and so it was the end of the game. So it was like a huge victory, and that was, I would have to say, to date, that's been my most epic airsoft moment. And it wasn't because of me; it was just because of the group of people coming together and doing something really cool, and then us all being able to celebrate it together at the end. And it was just
Awesome.
a cool moment to be caught up in.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what the airsoft's all about. I don't think it's ever about um well, it can be about you, but it doesn't always have to be, and I think a lot
Right.
of times it's not. I think a lot of times it's about, you know, that time we kicked down the door and six of us flooded in and, you know, a grenade went off in our face or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that kind of stuff that kind of connects the group. It's like really exciting, at
Right.
least to me.
It's
But
about that collective of coming
yeah.
together, and that's from what I've heard from the people that were in the military that do airsoft, that's what they enjoy about airsoft is they can still have a sense of like that brotherhood that they had in the
Right.
military when you
Right.
can do that. And so I can see that and I can appreciate that from a civilian standpoint.
Right. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me ask you this, or let me say, yeah, I want to ask you. It's a question and a comment. So
Okay.
I had Adela Relentless on the show,
Hmm.
and she said that you were the girly one and she was the tough one. Now, here's what I say. Now, because I met you that one time for like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I don't know you from Adam. You know what I mean? I don't know you at
Right.
all. So I said, okay, I've seen your videos and stuff, and I've seen her videos and stuff, and I talked to her. Now, talking to her, I gotta say, Adela, if you're watching, I think you're the girly one, and I think you have the tough, but I think Leah is the tough one and the girly one. You know, and maybe it's because I'm also like I'm tall, I'm big, and when I see a tiny chick, I'm like, she's tiny, you know,
Yeah.
she's so
Yeah.
adorable. Let me rub your cheeks, you know. But are you? What would you say you're representing here? Are you? are you just doing you, and that could be a tough or a girl, or you're like, you're just doing you? I mean, like, what is the if you were to say to other women who are playing airsoft,
Hmm.
okay, would you say you've got to be tough in a boys club, or are you, you know, I don't know what I'm getting at, but I think you get what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I get what you're talking about. My thing is not necessarily that it's to be girly or to be tough or to be one or the other. I don't want to emulate a certain stereotype.
Right.
I basically what aim to do is it's okay to be your own self. It's okay to be your own unique self and play airsoft. And that's what I try to bring to my channel is I want it to be unique. I want it to be something different. Um, I want people to know that it's okay to have fun. Of course, I do try to reach out to women. That's part of why I started wearing pink sometimes, just because I wanted women to know that, like, it's okay to be a girl and to act like a girl and also play airsoft. Like, you can do all those things and you can be a tough player at the same time. And so that's kind of what I try to represent. I mean, honestly, like, pink isn't even my favorite color at all. People think it is. I have pink hair now. But I just did that because it's fun. And I want everyone to embrace, like, you can have fun. This is LARPing, basically. Like, you can have fun
Don't
in
say
this.
that. Ah, you're so right. That's what
LARPerators.
it is, but it is
But
LARPing. But
like you can have fun, and that's I want to encourage more women, and so I just try more women or just people in general. It's the same. Like I want women to know that it's okay to play. It's okay to be a woman in this industry and to act like a woman. You don't have to act super butch or super tough. You can still be a woman. You can still be feminine and play airsoft. And so I want to share that, but also you can still have a lot of fun when you're playing, and I want everyone to embrace that. Like it doesn't have to be super serious all the time. You can have fun when you're playing. And so that's also something that I try to convey. I will admit it's a very fine line. It's very difficult because a lot of people don't realize that I can be a very serious player, which I am at Milsim games. I mean, I will occasionally wear something pink on me, but at Milsim games, I will occasionally wear my unicorn helmet, but it's only in jest and it's only for like 10 minutes. But then that's when everyone takes the pictures of me, so people think that that's all that I wear. So it's kind of funny, but that's basically what I'm trying to promote is I want to get more women into the industry, and I want them to know this is what it's like to be a woman. Adele is right, in a sense, you do have to be tough because it is really overall a boys' club. So you just have to know everything that comes with the territory of being in a boys' club. So you do have to have a backbone in a sense. But at the same time, it's still okay to be goofy, have fun, be a girl, because we
right,
are girls.
right. No, absolutely, absolutely. And I think that's what makes you guys special. You guys both sort of you're doing you, and
Hmm.
that's really good. It's not, you're not coming to sport to blend in and be
Right.
like everyone else, and I think that's good because that's what I mean. If more women play airsoft, that's great. That's
Hmm.
awesome. You know what I mean? I don't have an opinion on it either way because none of them live in Maryland, so it doesn't matter to me. If they start living here, then I'll be like, all right, all right, all right. But none of them live
Well,
here, so
but the other thing that I think is important about getting women involved in airsoft is a lot of airsofters are also real gun enthusiasts.
right,
And it's a much easier bridge for a woman to get involved in airsoft and then from there transition over to real guns and be passionate and educated and informed about real guns. It's a lot easier for her to make that transition when she already knows how to handle an airsoft gun, how it functions, when she's not worried about mortality. She's not worried that, oh my god, I could do something wrong and kill someone. When she's using an airsoft gun, she can get very comfortable with that. So that way, when she transitions over to using a real gun, she feels comfortable and not scared and confident. And then she can build her confidence and then be more independent in general, which is what we want anyway, because we want the gun community to be also involved in airsoft and vice versa because it's important for our rights as a whole. as a nation, as a community, on both ends, building our gun rights for both airsoft and real guns.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, and you're 100% right about that. If that's one thing, if more women play airsoft and in turn shoot guns,
Hmm.
it's much better for the sport just because it softens it and makes it look less crazy. Um,
Right.
that's a problem, you know. You see a lot of airsoft just gonna they just look insane. They're all like, you know, it's just like this whole image that's really bad.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
all right, cool, cool, cool. All right, so I don't want to hold you up too much longer. I would say I would ask this: between you and Jett, who's the better shot?
Jett, totally.
Oh,
Like
oh man!
I really want to say myself, but he's been shooting for since he was like 10, and he's been playing airsoft since like 2002, 2001. So he freaking better be better.
Right, right,
If
right,
I
right,
was
right.
better, that would be sad.
See, I figured you're from like what, like the Midwest somewhere, Kansas, or something like that, right? So I
Yeah,
figured you grew up shooting, right? Did you
I
or
had
no?
I had like BB guns and like a 22, but I don't really consider that. That's not it's not as in, and I didn't learn as much about real
Right,
guns until I lived with Jett, and then I was handling them all the time.
right,
At
right, right.
home it was like shoot plinking in the backyard, like shooting cans, you know, with your BB gun, or shooting. I actually shot clays, or we used to shoot clays with the 22, but that was that was a long time ago, and I didn't do it as much until I lived in SoCal, and we can go shooting every weekend if we want. So,
Right.
yeah, he's definitely the better shot. I'm getting a lot better,
All
but I
right.
still have a ways to
Dude,
go.
I expect you to get better. You know they say that women are better shooters than men. It's something about hand-eye acuity, coordination, whatever. I don't know what it is. It's something about women though. You know,
Hmm.
they are much not always in every case, but a lot of cases they're much better shots than men. So I expect you to kick those numbers up.
I'm
Okay?
working on it. I'm
All
getting a
right.
lot better.
We need you to put Jett in his place, knock him
Yeah,
down a peg.
I do all the
Um,
time.
okay, so lastly, what's going on with you this year? You're going to Shot Show. What ops can we expect to see you at? Do are you gonna hit one of the big like the Crimea, one of those like what Jett did?
Yes, I will be attending Milsim West Road to Rostov.
Okay, cool.
I will be on the Russian side for that, so I'm currently building a Russian kit right now,
Ooh, all right.
which is exciting. Yes, the partisan camo is in the mail right now. I'm super
Nice.
stoked about that. I will be also attending Copperhead in New Mexico, American Milsim's Copperhead. Um, Not sure which side that we're going to be on for that one yet. And then, as far as the rest of the year goes, there are some things that are in negotiations and they're up in the air. Um, but again, we'll see how that pans out. Oh, also, I'm going to be in the Pacific Northwest at the end of the month at Oregon Airsoft Arena. They are hosting the Airsoft Winter Airsoft Expo, and so Thunderkiss Northwest actually is sending me out there, and I'm going to be with the Thunderkiss Northwest guys, and hopefully I'll get to play airsoft. That's January 31st, 30th.
Wow, you are busy. Okay.
Yeah, I will be there January 30th, 31st, and the February 1st.
You're just gonna be getting back from Shot Show and then
Yes.
shooting straight out of town. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
going
All
to
right.
Portland. But I'm really excited. I've actually never been to the Pacific Northwest, and I've heard a lot of great things about the airsoft community there.
Yeah.
So I'm really
I think
looking.
that's the only thing good about it. I think the rest is rain and you want to hang yourself.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, cool, cool, cool. All right. Well, I'm not going to hold you up anymore, Leah. I really appreciate you coming on and spending a little time with us. Definitely keep us in the loop with anything you have going on in the future, even if it's whether it's to shop local stuff or something you
Right.
want to promote. Come and let us know. We'll definitely talk about it, and we look forward to hearing from you again.
All right. Thanks so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. Had fun.
No problem. An absolute pleasure. All right, guys. For Leah, this is James with This Week in Airsoft, and we're out.